the next question. Besides the sewer issue, what's another pressing issue facing the village today, and how would you approach a resolution?
Well, I would say I get the most phone calls. Yeah, we need to do something with our water. We spent millions on it. And people are still calling me and saying the water's got stuff in it. We don't have the right balance for pressure and stuff. The last contract that we had was putting in the new chlorination and filters in the heel pot and up on the eagle side. I don't know what happened. The engineers claim it's all within the parameter of their contract. And what they did, they dug up the spring boxes and they relined them up there. Then they started getting mud in the lines. Filters cost a lot of money. I don't even know what has been done the last year or so to correct it, but I know it's not corrected because I'm on the start of the line up there. But anyway, there's got to be a short solution to this problem. That would be what I would like to see done first. Is get that system balanced out, get the well back where it's hard water, and people don't like that down on that end of town. I don't blame them. But maybe we could get that filter thing straightened out. What they did, they took a 100% gravity system and they cut the lines in two so that they could pump the water through the filters. Now we don't have a gravity system except maybe manually in an emergency they might be able to bypass those filters. But I'd like to see that taken care of. And I don't think it costs a lot of money, and I think there would probably be money out there somewhere to help us get that corrected.
I'd like to respond to that before actually answering the question.
Okay.
Challenger claims that we have bad water pressure and poor quality, and claims it hasn't been improved. Matter of fact, I have a very different picture of that. In the last 2 years, our DPW trained water operators found a leak that was in excess of 100,000 gallons per day of treated water. 100,000 gallons, which has gone on for years and years and years, and even through these water improvement projects. Finding that leak and several other small ones actually allowed us down by the way, we don't pump water out of the well. We haven't pumped water out of the well in more than 6 months. That was the source of our hardest water in this village. Easily 100 parts per million harder than the spring sources to the south. That well has been offline in excess of 6 months. As far as the cost of treating water, the fact that we were able to take that wellhead offline, and the wellhead was only online to supplement because we couldn't produce enough water out of our treatment plants without consuming the filter media. Since plugging that major leak and several others, we've been able to back off production because we're no longer losing 100,000 gallons a day in treated water. And I think we've changed filters once in 6 months, and that was almost a monthly occurrence. Yes, it's extremely expensive to treat water, and yes, our DPW crew is very well on top of it, and we have some of the best water quality. I know some people might argue that, but by comparison, our water is filtered to 0.5 microns. That is this. That's what you get in a bottle. Now, to answer the question,
Can I let him,
yes.
do you want to respond to that before we move
No,
on?
I'm glad to hear that. First I've heard of it.
Okay, go ahead.
It's discussed in our meetings quite frequently in the village board. So to answer the question, what's another pressing issue besides sewers facing the village today, and how would you approach a resolution? Again, I keep coming to economics. So sewer is part of economics. But we also need to ensure that we are not burdening our tax base that is eroding day by day. It's eroding because we lose business. It's eroding because we lose one of the most important demographics that we have in this village. That is the 25 to 35-year-old age bracket. Those people that have graduated high school, have gone on to college, finish college, get married, take their families, and move right the heck on out of Naples. We need to ask why that is. I have a really simple answer to that. It's because we're not providing an entrepreneurial environment for those people. And this is something that we need to really focus on. So our economy really is number one.
Do you want to respond, or do you want me to respond?
Well, the short answer to that question is, Mr. Como, taxes are higher than high. Everybody wants to go down to South Carolina or Mexico. I agree that I've been hanging around Naples for a few years. And way back when, tried to get industry in here, we had a railroad. We don't have a railroad. We got trucks, sure, got lots of them. Around us are some plants, I guess you could call them manufacturing or whatever. Gunlocks is a good example in Wayland. It's employee owned. We have the woodworking plant up here. I think that's local people or people in Canada where somebody bought it. Anyway, they're struggling, but they got a business going. I guess our money should be on Hazlitt over there. They got a pretty good operation started. But the new people coming out of college are mostly running computers, that kind of stuff. So there's a whole brand new bunch of ideas that we need to pursue. Like Penn had a call center come in, but it went pretty quick. Maybe we could get some kind of a employment thing like that, that employs about 1,000 people. Then we would really be overloaded. But I agree that I think once those people move out of Naples, they're not coming back until they're ready to retire.